What up, guys? We've got a banger for you today. We are interviewing James Connelly, just come back from his big fight in America against, who was he against, Dad?
Nelson, LT
Nelson.
Smash. Yeah.
That's it. So, absolutely corker. Obviously, there was some fireworks before the show, so you won't want to miss him letting us know exactly what happened and how it went down.
Yeah, we got some nice highlights of the fight at the end of the video as well that we've put in. So it should be a good one.
Yeah, stick around to the end. Make sure you don't miss those. It's going to be fireworks. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. Don't really care. Fuck off.
Peace.
You all good, mate?
Oh,
yeah, I'm all good, mate. Yeah, I was all right. It's all right now.
Now.
Nice. It's all healed up now, to be honest with you, mate. It's just a little bit of the old scuff marks and stuff. But yeah, it's all right.
I was going to say that's looking nicely, man.
What you say? Sorry, Adam.
You filled it nicely, mate. That's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what I have? I just need to get back from America and get back to my home surroundings. Once I got back to my home surroundings, you can flirt. You know what it's like. You find it better to recover, and I did. Ibuprofen helped me a lot. What's the name? And a lot of sleep I've had. Yeah, sort out that jet lag.
Yeah, I bet that was fucking, mate. Did that take long to adjust to the time difference and that heat out there?
I've got to be deadly. When I got out there, as far as adjusting to their time, it was all right. It's just when I've got back here. I've got back here, I got back, what was it? Last Sunday. So on Friday, only about 5 days, but it took me just until now to get my body clock right. I was going to sleep at 6 in the morning 2 days ago, and I couldn't help myself but go to sleep at them times. And my body clock was messed up. I've never felt that before. Obviously, with the weather over there, the weather's obviously the humidity. It's stupid out there, but yeah, it's just more of the jet lag getting back than it was actually being there, mate.
No,
first thing we got to say is, well done. I mean, you went over there and you fucking put on a show. It was, mate, it's something to watch, that's for sure.
I must have watched that fight about 4 times now, mate. Honestly, it was a cracking fight.
Yeah, it's a good old fight, mate. Tough opponent, mate. You know what I mean? It takes two to tango in there, mate. And without him being that tough, I don't think he would have went the 5 rounds, because he's a hard man, that Nelson.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shots we landed on him would have put any normal person to fucking sleep in an instant, wouldn't they?
He would, mate. And my aim was to try and put him away. I was throwing right hands with everything. Boom. He was eating them up like there was nothing, but that's his secret weapon. That's what makes him so good. He's not skillfully the better fighter. He's not skillfully, but he'll never will be. But because of that pressure, because of his will to win and determination, man, it will break people. They'll break them. They're like 2 rounds in with a guy like that, and I think, fuck this. There's a lot easier ways to earn money, man. But with someone like me, with all due respect, mate, I was eating him, constantly trying to get him out of there, man. And every time he wasn't going, I was like, right, then I'm gonna have to go again.
Yeah,
it's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, it was definitely a masterclass. I mean, we had it your way, obviously. We saw that. I think 90% of people that watched the fight saw it that way. How do you feel about the draw?
Obviously I felt I won the fight. As I said in the interview that I just done, I'm not going to keep on going on about it. You don't see me writing statuses about I've been robbed of this stuff. Forget all that talk. You know what I mean? People who watch a fight, I felt I won the fight. That's all that counts, man. I don't care if 1,000 people thought I won or whatever. I know me going in that ring, I had a job to do, and to me the job actually got done. So I've come back. It's just one thing that done matter is not getting that belt. I wanted that belt, but that's the only thing. It's only feel like it's a win to me. I'm 3 wins on the bounce now. To get the draw, just fucking draw in a bare knuckle fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, how do I feel about it? Yeah, I felt like I won with everything against me.
Yeah.
And I was still won.
The time difference, the heat. You're in his home ground. He's not been. He's not been beaten by a Britishman before, I don't believe. Everything is in his favor in those terms, in his ring. And you still, in everyone's eyes, won that fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, hats off to you. That was absolutely brilliant performance.
As I said, I've watched that fight back about 4 or 5 times now, and it's still, you know what it's like. You got to watch it and then see if you've missed anything on the first time, second time, third time. But yeah, it's fucking shit.
Yeah, it was the old dirty boxing. In their sport, you can hold the head, you can punch up, you do all these mad things, and that's something that I need to. If I had more preparation on that side of it, then you would have saw a different fight as well. I would have been inside working a bit more. Just can't get. It's weird, like different rules, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Well, I mean,
a BKB ring, yeah, they won't allow any of that to go on.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously you're in a Trigon, aren't you? So you're not in. You can't cut the corners the same way. You know, you can't cut them off when you're doing your ring craft. It's a completely different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, man. It's like, it's everything, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're in the triangle goddamn ring. I've never ever fought in the triangle ring before, especially against someone with high pressure like him. You know what I mean? It's high pressure, man. And you're already in the pressure. There's 3 people in that ring. That Trigon. There's 3 people in there. There's 3 people in there. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I'm not saying it's going to be the smallest space I've ever. It's not. But it's just you always find yourself on the ropes or in the corner. That's what it is. It's ropes, corner. There's no really a centre of the ring, so to speak.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what adds another challenge. So, I mean, what's next for Connelly then? I mean, you've got the world title. You've gone over to America and you've done that. I'm thinking you want Thailand, maybe.
Thailand, yes. Thailand's the next one. It's got to be. I don't want to do these O2 shows anymore. The shite. Shite for me as far as me doing that. Not as far as like being shot as in no one watches them.
They're great shows,
the quality shows. But me personally, after I'm on a high at the moment, you know, going back to London O2 and doing all that, I've just done a walkout on stages, on press interviews and all this sort of stuff. I've gone to here, mate. Dropping back down to the O2, something I wouldn't look forward to, you know. And I'm all about motivation in this game now. If something motivates me, there's no point to doing it, mate. You know what I mean? It really ain't. Because you know what? With all due respect to the sport and that, it takes a lot out of me. This does, you know. There's 9-10 weeks training camps, and you know, I'm not the nicest person in the world when it comes to my last few weeks before the fight. You know, I can't necessarily be around people and my kids and stuff. I need to stay away, and I can't keep on living that life. You know what I mean? For what? Unless it motivates me, man. I'll find a reason to fight, you know. So we'll see what they've got on offer for me now, you know. We'll see what they've got on offer.
Is there any potential people you'd like to fight on that on the Thailand card?
I've got no beef, you know, I don't have all that, man. I don't sit there and think, I love to fight him. I don't. You know, I've never ever. Jim's phoned me up all the time and went, what about this guy? What about that guy? What about? And I said, yes. And here we're at now. Every fight that I've ever been offered, I've said yes to. It's as simple as that. But me phoning up Jim or contacting him and asking him, what you saying? Can I have this opponent? I don't think that will never be me. And there's who is this to fight anyway? Who is this to fight what? Who is to fight? Get us all fighting each other again, and it'd be like Jim and Joe's like the parents of all of us, and we're all just attacking each other again. Fuck that, man. We all need to spread out now. If we want to make this sport bigger, we need to spread out and start getting our names in other avenues of it. I mean, me going to America, Barry Jones going to America. You know, we need these things for the sport to grow. You can't keep everything. You can't keep it in house all the time. That's all I think. Keep everything nice, spread us out a bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good talent coming through though as well, isn't there? At the minute, like they're making some big signings with some boxers, stuff like that. So, I mean, you might get some fresh blood, mate. Exactly.
They've never had a bare knuckle fight, man. Let me tell you right now, I know for a fact what it is. They see everyone getting all this walkouts, and they see all the glitz and the glamour, let's say, of the bare knuckle. And I think they're going to have a try the bare knuckle, and hopefully they do well at it, you know. They do, but let me tell you, these people coming in and they've only just started. Listen, let me tell you, I want to see you a couple of fights in. I don't care about you signing. You come from a pro background and undefeated pro. Let me see when you first get that smack in your jaw, man, or your eyelid, and it's serious damage that's going on in there, and you're going against, and you're fighting someone who is tough, who doesn't care about records and stuff like that. So that's what I like to see before I start judging on the bare knuckle game, because if you were to see someone like Scott McHugh at the start of the sport, he had no skill, anything. Look at him now. He's 14 fights in, mate, you know what I mean? British champ doing his thing, you know what I mean? But if you would have saw him at the start, when I started, you would have thought this geezer's a bag of shit, just hard as nails. But look, he's coming now, and he beat that Mexican boxer as well, didn't he? So it goes to show, mate, toughness is everything in this sport.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely awesome. Well, obviously you're resting up now. Are you when are you getting back to training?
To be fair, weren't you? I've already seen the videos.
What you say, mate?
Back at it, straight back to training, aren't you?
Yeah.
I was training yesterday. I trained twice yesterday, mate. I literally come back and I couldn't be sitting around no more. And I've just come out of a 10-week training camp of training twice a day. You know what I mean? So I thought to myself, what can I do here to get back into my routine? And I say that to anyone. If you come out of a routine and something like that, get back into that routine as quick as possible. Carry on eating the same foods. Carry on waking up at the same time, because that's the only thing since that fight, since getting back here, that's literally put me on a straight and narrow, because my head was going for a few days. I couldn't sleep. Everyone's awake when I'm tired. Everyone's tired when I'm awake. It was like, it's just some weird shit going on. But once I started to get back into my run, I've done a 5-mile run yesterday, and then I went back to Spencer, and obviously my hands are still swollen. All these are still swollen here, so I can't punch anything, but I can still do movement and stuff like that. So as I say, I trained twice yesterday. I'll have today off today, and then I'm probably looking on going on holiday next week. Something, I don't know. I'm just literally in one of them modes at the moment. I never went away last time. After my last fight. It drove me insane, but just need to get my head straight. All my swelling's gone down now, and obviously get myself off next week. Something.
Absolutely awesome. And then obviously the BKB is going to be at your gym on the 29th.
I think the 29th. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Good stuff. I'll be there. Good. That's for the 6th. That's for the 16th. And September the 16th. Sure.
September 23rd.
Oh, is that what it is? 23rd. Yeah.
It might be 16th.
It might be. Yeah.
I'll have to check it, but yeah, I thought it was the 23rd. I'm pretty sure it's the 23rd.
I'll be there, mate. You know, I love going to a show when I'm not fighting, mate. To get proper pissed up, you know what I mean?
We always see you by the bar. We'll be
mate, listen.
And we're looking over, we'll just see you.
Yeah, I'm there chatting to people I don't even know, roaming around, having pictures of everyone. You know what it's like, mate. So try and I step outside the O2 and no one knows me, but you know, you got to strike behind while it's hot in there. But when
keep the brand going.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Show myself but drunk. But you know what? I enjoy what I do, going to them shows when I'm not fighting, having a little bit of drinking, shouting with the supporters and that. It's good. It's good stuff, man. I love it.
And you've gone underwater, mate. Yeah, mate, like last time.
What's he saying there? I didn't hear him.
He's underwater, basically. His mic's gone for a second.
Swimming, man.
Yeah, he's taken a dive for some reason. But yeah, no, yeah, it's obviously we see you there and you're having a good time, and obviously Martin, he comes over, doesn't he? Martin Jack.
Yeah, Martin Jack. I spoke to Marco today. You won fight, brother. You won fight, brother. You won fight. They robbed you, brother. You know what he's like, mate. You know what I mean?
He's a great guy, and he's so supportive of everyone, and he's you know.
Yeah, he loves good stuff. Marco is very good stuff. Marco is. Yeah, spent some time with him.
Can you
obviously,
hear
have you since?
Am I still
we can hear you again now, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on,
what was it you were
mate.
saying?
Come on, he's back.
No, I was just interested to know what was obviously what kicked off at the pre-fight again,
mate. We heard the pre-fight.
I've got to sort the question.
What
happened at the weigh-in? What happened at the weigh-in? Well, basically, the weigh-in was in the hotel that I was stopping in. So I come down in the morning and he wasn't there. So my weigh-in was 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've done my scales. I weighed on bang on 76 kilograms. And then he must have come in about half an hour later. And I just walked in, he firms me. Just put his foot out there and I touched his fist. And I thought to myself, fair play to him, you know what I mean? One of them. Because at the end of the day, mate, I don't care. You can come up and hug me before a fight, but as soon as that bell goes, I'm looking on taking your head off. So
yeah,
it was no different. All that sort of stuff. He didn't care. So I thought, yeah, fair play. No animosity. Then when he's about to get on the scales, I'm standing there and I've heard him say, I've only had a week's notice for this fight. So I looked at him. I thought, you ain't had a week's notice for this fight. So don't start pulling all that now. talking about making excuses on about weeks' notice. You haven't cut all this sort of stuff because he was. And then they flipped the camera on. So obviously, when I said, "Oh, don't start all that," he's going, "What do you mean, motherfucker?" I've gone, "Who are you talking to, you little fuck?" Obviously, you get slapped, and then obviously that's when they got recorded then about getting slapped. But what happened as well, is I had a contract to fight Desmond Green for 5 3-minute rounds, signed the contract, everything. 2 days before the fight, BYB's gone, "Oh, the rounds are 6 rounds." I said, "Listen, I'm contracted to do 5. Unless you're giving me more money, I'm not doing 6 rounds. As simple as that." So we must have put up a statement saying, "Oh, Connelly's scared to do 6 rounds." Not in them words, but you get the gist. So that was another thing as well. I was thinking, these motherfuckers, and that's when I knew that. I knew before. I knew this Nelson is too tough for his own good. He's signed a contract for 5 rounds with me, And what they've done, they tried to throw in another round, and he just went, "Yeah, I'll do it," without getting paid any more money. Stupid, dumb motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm saying about being smart in this game. You know what I mean? Like, with all due respect to Nelson, man, you carry on like that, mate, and you be dribbling by the age of 50, mate. You know what I mean? God willing, you don't. But at the same time, that's the sort of stuff that would happen, mate. Just saying, I'll do another round bare knuckle for 3 minutes. You know what I mean? And you know what? With all due respect, if I knew they was going to call that a draw and we had one round, sudden death round, would have took that 6 rounds straight away off the bat, mate. You know what I mean? I went out there like a train. You know what I mean? But, it wasn't to be.
We can all look back on these fights and go, what would we do different, But at the end of the day, it's done now, isn't it?
I won the fight, mate. I won the fight. I don't need to think back and go do nothing different. I punched it.
Exactly.
A fight, how you judge your fight is, does that person land more punches on that person, and that person land punches on him? That is it. Stop these judges like my last one when that Jeff Page give me a split decision, tried to say Marley won the fight. Why? Because he judges on, oh, is this person backing up? Oh, is that person moving forward? Oh, is he taking century? No, it's not. Should judge on a fight with the amount of damage that the opponent takes. That is it. I mean, if I land 20 punches on him and he lands 10 on me, I've just won that fight. So these stupid judges out there trying to look at certain things. Oh, he's putting more pressure on. Oh, he's doing that. Fucking shut up, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I saw happen over there as well. You know what I mean? Fucking draw, man. Irritated me, mate, bad, you know what I mean? Badly irritated me because at the end of the day, I should have that belt, I should be. In my last three fights, I would have won 4 belts.
Wow.
4 belts in my last 3 fights I would have got, you know what I mean? And I would have cleaned house as well. All the BKB belts, all the BYB belts. I would have done that, finished. You know what I mean? And then we could have talked about bigger fights then, but we have to go back and obviously smash up this Nelson again with all due respect. I do like Nelson. I did spend time with him after, but it's war now. It's fight mode now. You know what I mean? I'm going straight for knockouts and banging with him next time, man. Instead of going jotting around that ring, I'm going to stand and bang with him and let's see if he can bang. I wish I'd done that more last time. If I stood there, and just started banging, but he needed to be outboxed. He didn't need to be fought with. But I reckon if I start banging with him, I can start taking him out of there. Because when I sat down on my shot with that first round with that left hook, he went, you know what I mean? And then I was back on the boxing then. But I thought to myself, right, boxing. But when I started if I started sitting down on my shots and just banging with him, I know I'm stronger than him, you know what I mean? So that's what you're going to see next time in my next fight, if it's him, that is.
And it's going to have to be in BKB rules, obviously, in the BKB
mate,
ring. You've done his. He needs to come over and do it your way.
He'll get, mate, as I say, it won't be good for him in a ring. Let me tell you this now. In a ring, you'd be banging trouble, mate. Especially 2-minute rounds as well. Jesus, man. Like, you'd be dangerous, mate. You know what I mean? And I think having the Trigon was cut down a weakness, because if he was in a ring, mate, I would have been pinging his head all over the gas. He would have been running into corners. He would have been running into corners, and I would have been out of corners. In that Trigon, there's corner. So every time he was always in corners, But he's a tough man, you know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see if they want the rematch again and stuff like that. But yeah, there we go.
And how does he compare to some of the other fighters you fought? Is he, who's the toughest, if you say?
Well, as far as toughness, he's got to be right up there, from the shots he took and that, and then the continuously coming forward, mate. I hit him with some big shots, mate, and my hands are like balloons, man, for days after him. Thinking, how's this guy? But after being with him, being around him and stuff like that, I said before, I just knew about this guy. I looked at him and thought, what's so special about this guy? Because I watched him live as well against Castro. I thought, he's slow, but there's something about him. And it's that. it's his will to win. He just keep on coming. Unless he gets knocked spark out, he will keep on coming. So as far as toughness, man, he will be. That's why he's broke up the other fighters, you know, because they hit him and he's not going anywhere, and he hits them and they go somewhere. You know what I mean? And they have, and don't get me wrong, and I think Franco, I think he was at like Franco was definitely at a deficit when he fought him. You know what I mean? Just coming out of the operation and stuff like that. So I do class Franco a bit better than that. But yeah, man, like he's one of the toughest, man, and that's his secret weapon, his toughness. You know what I mean? So yeah,
just
like,
that ability to walk somebody down and take the shots and just keep walking them down is.
He was some shots, mate. You know
underrated.
What I mean? Like, they were clean bare knuckle shots, man. As I say, I spent time with him. I was with him for 2 days after in the hotel with him, chatting to him. Fucking hell, one time we almost went to the beach together, mate. You know what I mean? It's the way I am after a fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the way I am after a fight.
Leave it all in the ring.
I got to know his persona a little bit and stuff like that. And I knew Crackdown straight away. I thought you were exactly what I thought you were. Too tough for your own good. Need to be saved from yourself. And that, and let me tell you, when you need to be saved from yourself and you're fighting a man like that, let me tell you, you got to have something in you, mate. You got to have some grit or something, man, to be able to bang with them and go with them. Because fuck me, man. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't an easy fight, mate. Don't think it was not an easy fight. You know what I mean? Even though I boxed well and stuff like that, it was not an easy fight. I had to keep switched on, watch, because he comes over with his mad hook shots. And if you're just looking at him with the front line, you're just concentrating on the front, he'll come over, bink, and you could go just off that. So I have to be wary of all this stuff. It's like a cage I had. So, tough man. I love to see his next fight. If it ain't me, I love to see his next fight because I know, man, it's going to take a hell of a man to be getting rid of him, man. You know what I mean? Whoever knocks him out, mate, in a bare knuckle ring, I'll fucking hell, I'll shake their hand.
It's very similar to Johnny Lawson, the zombie. Did you see his fight not long ago? He just kept coming. We weren't expecting that, but he doesn't stop either, does he?
He don't stop, mate. But you know, this is a sport where you don't get paid to be tough, mate. No. You know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, I'll fight anyone. Yeah, I'll take that fight. You want to be careful of that. You know what I mean? Just so you want to impress people and be known as a fireman, because it's a dangerous sport. You know what I mean? Yeah. We tell you, man. 100%. I just had 5 3-minute rounds. Yeah, it's no joke, mate. People are all like thinking it's a joke, and I've got some of these fighters, man. Like fucking, like who would want to be a journeyman bare knuckle fighter? The fuck is that?
A
journeyman.
Adam wants to be.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's fucking weird, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's, you know, you got to be a special kind of crazy to be in that ring. And like
journeyman classes, you've lost more than you won, obviously. Like,
exactly,
you're constantly losing, mate, and it's one of the sports you don't want to be getting involved in, like, because the next one could be your eyesight, the next one, and you're still losing. You're not getting nothing out of it, but people do it for their own reasons, mate. You know what I mean? But the levels are going up now, mate. We don't want to see these half-hearted guys in there and stuff like that. People are not training properly. People are just taking it as a joke, going in there. I don't really care about my wins and all that. I concentrate on my losses. I saw that from a status on another fight before, and I fucking thought embarrassing, mate. I mean, the sport, the level's gone up now, mate. So we need fighters to be the same, man. The quality, we need the same. We can't have these bums in there anymore, mate. Bringing the sport down with stupidness and that.
As we know, that the bare knuckle sport is just growing and growing like really quickly. So it needs to stay at a level. And, you know, if you're one of those younger people trying to get into bare knuckle boxing, then you best be something special. I think that's the only way to look at it, you know. And if you take a couple of losses and it doesn't look like you're getting any better, then maybe it's not the sport for you.
It's not the sport, mate. You know what I mean? And it's not, mate. And people do it for their own reasons, stuff like that, man. But listen, I'm just talking for myself. I take this very seriously, mate. Like, this is life or death to me, mate. When I'm in there, I'm not legally killed. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I legally killed someone in here, then do you know what? I won't give a shit, mate. You know what I mean? That's as simply it. You know what I mean? If someone legally, because they wouldn't care if it happened to me, and that's as simple as that. You know what I mean? That's how dangerous and how hate this sport. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly that.
Well,
obviously,
I don't really. Nah, I don't care how it sounds as well, mate. These people in there with nothing care. You get hit in the wrong spot in this sport, especially the levels. I'm talking about these people who've had 1-2 bare knuckle fights. When you start getting against these people who can really fight, they're hard as anything, and I don't want to lose. You start fighting them people, then it becomes. I mean, like that much of anything, mate, and you're willing to kill a man. I'm not out there looking to kill a man, but let me tell you, they won't care if they put me in the back, put me to bed, mate. You know what I mean? I don't care either. So that's why I'm getting more dangerous in this sport, man. Because I understand how dangerous it is, man. You know what I mean?
And we can see you're getting more dangerous with every fight. You know, it's level
I ain't gonna
upon
stop,
level.
Mate. I'm not going to stop, boys, mate. If anything, you saw my last fight, I'm not going to stop, and I can get better. You know, there's things in that fight that I know I could have done better, even though it was in a triangle ring. You know, I don't blow smoke up my own ass, mate. I'm a proper hard worker, and I can feel in myself that there's a lot more. There's more to come from me. You know what I mean? There's more. There's visions of me boxing a certain way that I haven't seen me do yet. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain things I'll be doing. So I can't wait, to be honest with you, mate. I've really put my life into this sport, mate. You know what I mean?
And it shows you put your heart and soul and your everything on the line for it, mate. You know, it shows in every single fight.
I do. I've never faltered once in training camps all through my I've had 10 bare knuckle fights now. I've never faltered once in training camps, never went out, never had a drink, never messed around, done every day, done all my spars, done all my runs. I mean, only missed a day training when my body needed to take that rest days training. Never once fought any time. And this is what you see now. You see the build-up of it, mate. Yeah. And that's why I started training. I went back training yesterday. I thought, you know what, instead of me going out drinking and messing this all up, I'm going to keep this momentum going. Obviously, the swelling in my hands and my eyes, they need to come down. But as soon as I could get on the run, I'm back on the run. And these are the things that are going to only... Yeah, these are the things that's only going to improve me, you know what I mean? Like, I keep that fresh, keep that fight fresh, keep everything in my mind fresh, carry on the training, and my next fight, I'm going to be even more dangerous. Usually fighters go off. I used to do it, man. After my fight, I go off for like 2-3 months, man. Not doing one bit of training, but because I've grown older now, I'm a world champion, I need to start sticking more, as I say, carry on with the training and keep it going, because I'm not getting any younger, and I've got to strike this iron while it's hot, mate, and I will.
Exactly. I mean, and the thing to think about is that there is always going to be some young kid that's younger, faster, stronger, and he will be training. Yeah. But he's not going to be training as hard as you, and he's not going to have the experience you have. So you got to keep it up, haven't you? You got to keep that going and prove to them until they really do get to that level that you are the champion, you are here. And that's the only way you can get to levels in BKB is to have fights, mate. Is to have fights and be in them sticky situations. The only way. You can't. No one can just go, yeah, he's a quality bare knuckle fighter, and then they're not had a fight. Like, you know, like, it's not that. You learn on the job, mate. It's one of them sports you learn on the job. That's why you'll say about these people that have these first bare knuckle fights and that. Like, I mean, they'll see it. There's some that went in there, had one, you never see them again. There's some that had one, they can't stop, you know. And that's the difference between them. But addictive, yeah.
It's addictive, mate, because you understand that it's not as bad as you think it is, but it's as dangerous as you know it is. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in there and you're getting punched with a bare knuckle, it doesn't hurt as much as the glove. You know what I mean? It don't. It just causes more damage. But you understand that bare knuckle causes a lot more damage internally, eyesight, all that, than a glove could. You know, so this you're in two sort of vibes all the time, man. But I think I've got it now. My experience is there, and especially now, I'll go back to a BKB ring now. Just watch me on my next fight, man. I'm banging at them now, mate. Because I can go 2 minutes I do 2 minutes walking backwards, mate, in the ring, you know what I mean? Like, after doing them 3-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds bare knuckle is something else, mate, let me tell you.
Absolutely awesome. Well, obviously we're going to try and get to the gym at some point. I'll be there for the media day, but we're going to try and get to the gym. Be great to get a little bit of training with you at some point, you know, get a couple of rounds or something. Just light, obviously. I don't want to get knocked out right now, but
don't knock me out. You knock me. You come and punch me up, boys, man. Fucking hell.
I promise I won't kick, and you promise to have gloves on, like, you know.
There you go, mate. Yeah, you do not kick me, any of you. Fuck's sake. Yeah, man. But any time, guys, man. Big respect to you, man. You've always been all shown love and all that. You know what I mean? Always trying to get the interviews with me. But yeah, any time, mate. And next time I'll see you at my gym, mate. No problem, boys.
Yes, mate. Absolutely awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I've got. I don't know what you had.
That wraps up perfect. We've got like 2 minutes left on the old Zoom, so
perfect. Well, thank you for doing this. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and
always, mate.
I'll see you in a week's time, I suppose.
Yeah, nice one, Adam. Nice one, shouldn't say, man. It's all right, lads.
Nice one, mate. Take it easy, rest up, and look forward to seeing you again, pal.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Nice one, boys. See you later.
Catch you in a bit, mate.
In a bit.